All right. So I have exhausted all of my driving hours for today. On the on the app I use to drive to make money, you are only allowed to drive for 12 hours in a day for safety reasons. Maybe you get too tired if you drive too long, right? So they only allow you to drive for 12 hours. And my goal each day is to drive, for 12 hours so that I can make the maximum in the day, possible, right? And like not every time I drive for 12 hours, I'm so tired or exhausted, but it's for safety reasons. So I started driving this morning by 4 a.m. Right, 4 a.m. I started driving. It's about 6 o'clock. I'm just going home. Like I was not like consistently driving. So sometimes I was waiting for passengers. Sometimes I was, I went back home to do other things. But overall, the entire day, I've driven for 12 hours. Okay. So I'm going to go home now because my hours have been exhausted, and I cannot drive any longer until tomorrow. Until at least, I think it's 4 hours. But I want you to guess how much money I made today. Okay, guess how much money I made today. In this new state that I moved to, it seems like I'll be making more money here than I was making back in Pennsylvania. Okay, when I was in Pennsylvania, the highest amount I will make in a day would be, if I was lucky, it would be 200. But an average day was around 190, 175, around there. But here it's very easy to make 300. I didn't make 300 today, but I know there's potential to make that and that amount with this app. I made an amount that is going to make me $69,000 a year if I make this exact amount for 5 days a week for 52 weeks. I will say that again. The amount I made today, right? If I make the same amount for 5 days a week for 52 weeks in a year, I will make $69,000. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I still miss the other app though. The other app was much better than this one. But I got banned from that app permanently. So I cannot drive with it anymore. I'm not going to have to do this much longer because I got a job already as a nurse. I got a job. So I'll be making, a little bit more than this as a nurse. But for somebody who is not going to be a professional, for somebody who just wants to, work and make money on their own terms, this is a very, very good thing to do, what I'm doing. Drive ride share. You'll never regret it. You'll never regret doing ride shares, okay? You make a lot of money doing it in America. Yeah, you make a lot of money. There's a calculation I did in the past that I could buy a single family house over $200,000. I could buy it in 3 years, just by doing this. You see? So it's a pretty good thing to do, It's a pretty good thing to look into. If you come to America, for example, and you don't feel like you want to work in a warehouse, you don't want to be a truck driver. Truck drivers make a lot of money, a lot more than this. But if you don't want to do that because it's not for everyone, you don't want to join the military, you don't want to be in the police, whatever, doing this is the next way. Okay? Doing this is the next way. So, anyways, I'm home now, so I'll see you guys later.